probe today into some strawberry bags. We're in a block of tunnels, as you can see. Previously we were in a glass house. So things to think about before we start installing. We want to be in an area that's representative again. So we don't want to be right down at the tunnel end, because that's going to be the coolest part of the tunnel. Ideally we don't want to be right by the leg, because it could potentially be cooler there. In the block of tunnels we're in, the tunnel slopes up from either end to the central walkway. So the central walkway is going to be the hottest part of the tunnel. So we've come about midway up to that central walkway. We're not right on the edge of the tunnels, we're in tunnel 5 of the block. So if we were in a representative area from a climate perspective, the next thing to consider is we need to be in a bag that's got representative plants in. So looking at this bag here, there is a weak plant where my finger is here. The bag next door looks quite representative to me. The plants are all pretty representative, so I'm going to choose to put the probe into this bag. When we install the probe, it's important that we disturb the coir in here to the minimum. We've got to drill a hole, a pilot hole, to insert the probe into. So what I'm going to do is to carefully remove the drippers. So we've removed the bag out of the way, such that we can access the bag we're trying to install into. And we're slowly coring out as carefully as possible down the centre of the bag a pilot hole to insert the probe into. I've pre-measured the probe. I need to come up to about 2 flights short of the top to do that to the correct depth. Done that now. The important thing is to try to disturb the coir to the minimum. And having drilled the pilot hole, we can now insert the probe into the hole here. So this is a slightly different type of probe. This is called Centex drill and drop probe. Sealed electronics in here, so it's slightly different to the one you saw in the film earlier. Anyone getting a probe from February 2016 onwards will be getting this type of probe. And the yellow auger I've been using here is tapered to entirely match the fit of this probe. So I've drilled this pilot hole out. I'm now going to insert the probe into the bag, exerting a bit of pressure here. It needs to slide right in, such I'll just leave enough room for the cable to curl round. That's now fully inserted into here. 5 sensors again, measuring down the length of the bag. So the next thing that we need to do, just like you saw in the film installing the probe into the pot, we need to now connect to it, make sure all these sensors are giving us good readings to ensure the install is correct. Once we've done that, we can tidy the cables up and leave everything in situ. So with these probes, the electronics are separate from the probe now, which makes it actually easier once you've installed, because we can work on the electronics well away from the probe. So a lead slots into the end here, into the USB port on the computer, exactly the same as the other probe you saw. I've queried all the sensors. They're all ranging from 25 to 30 along the length of the bag. So the install looks good. I've done the test. We've sent in the test message to the server. I've synchronised the clock with the on the computer with the probe itself. This is all set up now, good to go. So now we know the install's correct. We can replace this bag on the floor, put the drippers back in, and then make tidy the cables and install the solar panel. The solar panels on these probes come on a bit of a alley box section. They can be either strapped to a leg, or you can slot a tree stake into the bottom, put that in the ground and slot this on top to secure the electronics down. Solar panel again pointing south to northern hemisphere, obviously north in the southern hemisphere, and angled up once you've got the probe fully installed. Once you've done that, good to leave the site.